Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. Now this is baby oil or mineral oil, which I got from a discount store. And this is my Monster gel plate. This is what says here 17.5 across by 24. So it's roughly 18 inches by 24 inches. Now, since this is transparent, you can see the outline of the other plate, the other size, which is 16 by 20. And I just wanted to keep this so you can compare this 16 by 20 to the 18 by 24 size. It's substantially much, I would say, taller. Not much wider, but it's substantially taller. And it can present a challenge. And it can be a little intimidating, but that's not going to stop me. Okay? So I want to show you an oil resist technique today. So that's what this mineral oil is for. So I'm just going to add a few drops of mineral oil and spread it out. Usually I just use my hand. You can use a brush or brayer if you like. And I do this very evenly. And what I usually do is after doing this, I let it sit for about half an hour. But for the sake of filming, I'm going to forego that and wipe the excess with some paper towels. And you see what the oil does? The oil removes every trace of old paint or pigment, as you can see. So if you want to do a deep cleaning and conditioning on your Gelli plate, you can use mineral oil. And it's pretty safe. If it's safe enough for babies behind, it's safe enough for your gel plate. So what I have here is my plastic tub. And I have about 2 tablespoons of water. And I am going to mix some titanium white. So this time my first layer will be titanium white, which is watered down. Give that a good mix. And just add some more. That's why I save these yogurt containers, because they're perfect size for mixing paint. Okay, so have a little drip here, that's all right. I'm going to so now this is mixed thoroughly. I'm going to start doing some marks. And you can see the oil and the acrylic paint interact. And the result is this lacy pattern. Okay, that's it for starters. So I'm going to let this air dry and then think about the next layer. Okay, this is a little bit dry, not completely, but I have here some Soho acrylic green gold. This is Amsterdam Caput Mortuum Violet. This is Primary Red, also by Soho Acrylic. And this is Raw Sienna. So I'm going to assemble some colors. And this is very random. Now these are a little bit on the deeper side because I want it to contrast with the white. Okay, I think that's enough. So I will be using my three-inch brayer. And start with the burnt sienna. Or raw sienna, I'm sorry. So I'm blending these colors on purpose. No, I'm not putting too much pressure on the brayer. Otherwise, the colors will become muddy. I'm just putting a very light pressure, just enough to flatten the layer of paint. Okay. Again, I'm going to use my magic wand, create some lines. This is my Richardson watercolor paper, 135 pound. .22 by 30. And I'm using the smooth side. Now, since this plate is really enormous, I'm standing on a little footstool so that I can reach that side, otherwise I can't reach it. And I'm putting an even pressure, firm pressure on the paper so it will absorb the paint. The paint gets absorbed into the fibers of the paper. Okay, so we'll leave this for about 5 to 6 minutes. I will be right back. Now, in the meantime, as this is drying, I want to feature some more wonderful entries from all over. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, it's been about 6-7 minutes actually. Let's see how we made out. I think this texture is wild. I have to be careful because the plate is sticking. It's always a challenge to pull the paper off safely, but since I oiled the plate earlier, I'm confident that this will not tear. I think the texture is very beautiful, very delicate. And this would be impossible to do with a brush. Okay. Wow. Check this out. It looks like fabric, like silk. So I will air dry this and then give you a recap after a few minutes, so don't go away. Okay, I studied this piece very well, and I don't think it needs anything else. I was tempted to do a third layer, but there comes a point when just because you can doesn't mean it's going to add any value to the print. I think this is good as it is. So let me show you a close-up. I do enjoy the lacy pattern created by the oil resist, and I think it works well with the cheerful colors. They're like candy colors. They remind me of caramel and cherry candy, grape flavored candies. And you can clearly see the effect of the oil resist. Now you can do this with black as well, but I thought I would do white for a change, and I think it's quite effective. So there you have it, my oil resist demonstration on a monster Gelli plate. For those of you who have smaller Gelli plates, you can try this. It's really fun to do, and it doesn't cost you a whole lot because mineral oil is about $2–3 a bottle, so it's not a great expense. And it's good for your plate. Once in a while you should condition your plate with oil to keep it in good condition. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Thank you for your submissions, all you wonderful viewers. I encourage you to keep sending, because we have to keep our community growing, and we have to be there for each other. That's what communities are for, especially in a time like this when things are difficult. So please pay a visit to Art Whisper 88. That is my storefront, and any sales or donations will help to keep this channel going. So thank you once again, and I hope to see you next time.